What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Washed Nuggets podcast, a part of the Washed Kings Network, a show where a couple of cousins talk hoops, the NBA, and keep you updated on everything you need to know about your Denver Nuggets. We're filming the pod about 8:45 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday, August 19th. The show will probably be coming out in a couple of days or so. I'm your host, Cam Kennedy, and tonight I have Pat Kennedy with me and Kennedy Phillips here to talk some Nuggets. What's going on, fellas?
Not much. Doing good. Glad to be back on the pod with the boys.
Feel like we last time we potted feels like a long time ago. It was about 2 weeks ago. Last week we weren't sure whether to have one or not because we didn't really feel like there was a whole lot of new information. But then now we got a schedule, we got some other things to talk about. So excited to be on with the fellas. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
It's kind of been a while, but in the off season, there's not that much to cover, and all of us have lives and stuff that are going on too. So it kind of makes sense that it's not been a while. But we're missing Matt tonight again, and then also Evan. So hoping those guys will be with us soon. But wherever you're listening, whether that's on Apple, Spotify, or just on YouTube, please do us a favor and drop the like. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy this kind of content, we appreciate all of you that show support and love. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the Nuggets schedule that came out last week and where we have some strong stretches of the season, maybe some poor ones and everything in between. And then we're going to be playing a little game of Would You Rather, Nuggets edition. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, boys, if you're ready for it, we'll get into it. We got some news and notes. Pat, what you got?
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, last week the Nuggets signed Kessler Edwards, a 25-year-old forward who was previously with the Dallas Mavericks, to an Exhibit 10 deal for the upcoming 25-26 season. Just adds to more depth for the Nuggets bench. What do you guys think?
Yeah, this is always a name I see that I'm like, oh, this guy sounds like he's got some value to him. But then the profile of him, 6'8", length, I think he can play some defense a little bit. He played in 40 games last season with the Mavericks, and he started in 18 of them. So that's got to mean something. And he also shot over 40% from deep. So we don't know if he's going to be that last final roster spot, but I think it could be a nice little pickup if it works out.
Yeah, I think it gives us something maybe get excited when it comes to preseason, seeing some of the depth, getting some time. Obviously, preseason games can be a little bit of a drag after really the first half when the starters really kind of take it easy. So I think that he's going to provide, value in terms of his size. I view him a little bit as kind of a P-Watt prototype a little bit. That 6'8" forward, got some length, and from what I've seen too, I don't really know a ton about the guy, but it seems like he's a pretty solid defender, as you said, Cam. So gives us something to look forward to at least, and something to, maybe have a little bit of judgment in terms of like, oh, we think he's really going to be a big piece or not. So something fun to look forward to.
Yeah, and he was in the 2021 draft, I think, so he's still relatively young. So who knows? Like, there could be a second gear to this guy, and it doesn't hurt to have extra length and shooting on the bench. So, and some other news, we got some assistant coach news. It feels like we've had a lot of that this offseason. David Adelman has selected Mike Mosier as a front of the bench assistant coach, moving from the Houston Rockets, where he served in a similar role under Udoka since 2023. And the Nuggets are also adding Chase Buford. He was an assistant coach at Kansas last year, and he was a head coach in the NBL in Australia for a couple years. Not that we know a lot about these guys, but the assistant coaches that they've added this year, I feel like that's a good thing, getting new perspectives in with Jared Dudley, JJ Barea, and these two new guys. So yeah, it's not like we know much about these guys, but what do you think?
Yeah, I like you said, getting a new fresh perspective is huge, especially coming from, where we were last year. And I think that's part of the main switch up that the Cronkies were looking for, was just getting some new faces, new ideas into the building, and especially for Coach Adelman's things. I mean, he's going to be running the ship, and he's got a whole new crew to do it with, and excited to see what he's able to do with these new guys.
Captain Adelman.
Yeah, I think kind of allowing Adelman to build the program of sorts of what he wants with his assistants. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know a bunch about Moser and Buford, but it seems like obviously they're going to be dudes that Adelman wants. It's not like these were some really well sought out big names that you've been hearing about being, assistant or a head coach. It seems like guys that he really, had a preference of and reached out to, and, went out of his way to really recruit some of these guys. So that says something about his want and his, excitement to have another, couple guys added to the staff. I do think it's not necessarily as well known as like a Jared Dudley. But I think that I was kind of laughing when I was looking at the names. We got another, almost like Mike Malone, but Mike Mosier. We get a little bit of Moach still around.
A little Moach blend there.
Yeah, a little Moach. So something to keep his spirits around maybe a little bit. Maybe he'll have the short buzz cut like Moach and all that. So
yeah. And he's under Udoka. That's a good coach and a good he's coached good teams. So who knows? Maybe there's something to that. What's next on the docket? The NBA schedule,
baby.
The schedule came out last week. That's always exciting. That's been released. We'll get into that a little bit more. But I know Pat also has one more note here.
Yeah, there's also been some new developments regarding the nationally televised games for the NBA this season. The biggest one being a new media rights deal, which marks the start of an 11-year, $76 billion deal with ESPN, which also includes ABC, as we know, NBC Universal, which includes obviously NBC and Peacock. So it'll be interesting to have games on Peacock, and then Amazon Prime. So that'll be interesting as well. And this deal, as we know, replaces the previous one that included TNT. So it'll be a little bit weird to go away from inside the NBA with TNT, but luckily those guys are hanging around with ESPN. Yeah. So it'll be a little bit weird, but interesting to see how that looks. Another change will be an increased number of games that'll be nationally televised, going from 172 to 247. So pretty significant increase there. Pretty excited to have, after football season, we'll be able to have NBA on almost every night. So
yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, with the whole it being on Peacock. Is it Peacock you said?
Yeah.
Peacock, and then it's just like another kind of a loop to jump through when you're watching a game. They say nationally televised, but a lot of these are going to be on some streaming services, which makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm still team bring back cable someday, but it's good for the league. They're getting more views, and it'll eventually, maybe open some eyes for some people that don't watch a whole lot of hoops. But it's nothing crazy to me. It's just kind of another big marketing push to get more games nationally televised, but might be a little bit of a pain to watch the Nuggets sometimes.
Yeah. Looks like we lose Cam.
I think we are losing the Cam.
Let's see if we could get him going back here soon, because I know he had some more notes on this.
Just him loading back in.
My camera stopped recording for some reason. So sorry, Matt, you're going to have to piece those together later. Sorry about that. Hopefully this keeps going without any, as some of you may know, I get some Wi-Fi issues sometimes. So hopefully there's no more bumps. But I'm
back in the void.
God, I hate the void. Speaking of the Peacock, NBC, all that kind of stuff, I did see a tweet that kind of broke down where to watch NBA games this season, which I kind of thought was interesting. So they said Monday nights is on Peacock, Tuesdays NBC and Peacock, Wednesday is ESPN, Friday's Prime Video, and then additionally there's going to be Thursday nights on Prime Video, Saturday on ABC, and Sunday ABC/ESPN, but also some NBC and Peacock. So, man, you have to have a lot of streaming services and things to catch these games, which kind of sucks. I think my family has access to these, but I would hate to be paying for all that by myself, that's for sure. So hopefully that's nothing too crazy. But also, I'm sure you guys saw the list of the teams that have the most nationally televised games this year. The Nuggets fell to, what were they? I think
like 6th or
7th or 8th. So the Lakers, Thunder, Warriors, Knicks all have 34. The Timberwolves and Rockets have 28, and then the Nuggets have 26. Thoughts on that?
I don't know. We're only now, it'll be 2 seasons removed from a championship. I don't know. We're used to being disrespected, but that's just disrespectful. The fact that the Wolves have jumped us. They've had our number.
That one recently, to me,
but that's random.
Why?
I get the Rockets with KD, and they're trying to keep holding on to the Cam. I enjoyed your article you wrote about kind of the NBA and where they're at with keeping LeBron on the mainstream and Curry and Durant. So that kind of proves your point with
it kind
that.
of tracks, right?
Like, those three teams are all getting a lot of show. But I was pretty shocked with the Timberwolves because obviously Ant's a great player and he's exciting to watch, but coming from a guy who's said to media, like, I don't want to be the face of the NBA, and
he's not ready for it.
Obviously, no. And it's a great team. They're a solid team, but to see them hop over the Nuggets, who got substantially better with the best player in the league, it's like just kind of weird.
But it's frustrating.
To each their own.
It's frustrating. I mean, I guess props to the Thunder for being on that list, tied with everybody at the top. They win the championship. It's a small market team. Props to them. I'm actually happy that they're kind of getting that light too. They deserve it. But definitely felt a little bit disrespected by the NBA with the Nuggets being where they were. But then again, they still have like the 6th or 7th most nationally televised games in the league. So what can you do? But
I had a thought with all these games being on Peacock and whatnot. Do you think it's still worth me getting NBA League Pass, or all out a bunch of these games going to be on national television every night? I guess if I have those streaming services, it's fine. Nothing worse than like I just want to watch a Nuggets like broadcast and I got to listen to Richard Jefferson on ESPN. I just want to watch the Nuggets, but it's blacked out on on League Pass. But
that's a crappy thing with streamies. Like half the time, you'll have to listen to the opposing teams. Like broadcast.
You could just stream East or crack stream it the whole year too.
I mean, that's what I did last year, and it is pretty exhausting. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Ken, where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do there.
I got altitude.
I've really enjoyed League Pass the last couple of years, and it's like kind of fun to throw like Bulls Hornets on a Tuesday night, and just kind of chill and watch it. But
I did altitude streaming last year, and to me it was worth it. It was kind of pricey, but checking in every Nuggets game, it was always there, and I didn't have to worry about like streams to find it. So we'll see what I do this year, though. I don't really know what I want to do yet with that.
I guess it's worth it.
Decisions to make.
Worth it for diehards like the Washed Nugs.
The true diehards.
Invest in something like that. Because I mean, I'm tuned into, and just like you guys, we're tuned into pretty much every single game. Watching,
absolutely.
If not,
and especially this year,
schedule around the Nuggets.
Well, exactly, but this year also with us doing this pod and stuff, like we're gonna want to be watching as much as we can, as much as possible.
Exactly.
So, all right, guys, let's get into the Nuggets schedule a little bit. I've got some notes, some thoughts for sure. I could kind of mention some of them, and then you guys can rip off some of your thoughts on those things, and then also if you have the schedule pulled up too. But so those first 10 games, they can start pretty hot. I noticed it seems like they have some favorable matchups there. Somebody pull up the schedule real quick with or just read off some of the teams. I got to pull mine up.
Yeah. So you want it, or do you want me to just
like
off?
read off some of those first 10 games? Yeah.
So
lead off in Golden State, right, Pat? You got it pulled up too.
Yeah, you get it.
And then the first home game, which shockingly is only, according to ESPN right now, tickets as low as $51. On a Saturday night against the Suns.
Sounds like a good
so
time.
That's kind of like an old rivalry of sorts. Still have some hate in my heart for the Suns.
For sure. So Ken, you know what we're doing that weekend though? We're in St. Louis to see you.
We're gonna definitely have to watch that together. The last time I went out and watched the Nuggets game against the Suns was when Jokic had 30, 20, and 20. And I was just at the bar, like watching over like 100 people just staring at the Nuggets playing on ESPN. And I'm like, they have no idea that, Jokic just dropped 30, 20, and 20.
Remember that night too, Christian Brown hit the potential game winner, the three, and then KD tied it wide open in the corner, and then we had overtime.
That was crazy.
I mean,
Nuggets Suns too. It's always a fun matchup. Let me know,
totally.
KD. But first home game against Phoenix, and then they're going to Minnesota, which again, I mean, two big games really nationally televised: ESPN for Golden State, and then Peacock for Minnesota. You get the Pelicans, Portland, Sacramento, Miami, back on Prime Video, not Prime TV, or not Prime Time, but Prime Video against Golden State, and then Indiana on the 8th. I believe that's their first 10 or so. So,
yeah,
3 nationally televised games in the span of like 2 weeks. So
I looked at that and thought I could see them starting out the gate 8-2 or 9-1. Seriously, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of moving pieces coming into this season, but if they click right away, there's no reason to think that they can't start really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do historically. I feel like in the last few years, they always drop the first one or first game or two of the season. It's always like, man,
but like,
always so frustrating.
Last year, the vibes were bad. I know Adam Mares noted this a lot. Nobody was around in Denver. It didn't seem like people were like excited to come back. But this year, it feels like a lot of people are around. A lot of people are really excited about this team. So maybe that out of the gate will just be a difference in itself. But yeah,
it'll be good. Yeah, starting with Golden State and then Phoenix and then right into Minnesota. Like those are 3 big, pretty much marquee games.
They should be favored in at least 8 or 9 of those first 10. So
I could see all their home games. They should be favored.
Yeah, 100%. So now looking at some of these back-to-backs, they do have, they're tied for the most back-to-backs in the league with 16, or what is it? 16?
16.
Yeah, so with the Sixers, Suns, Hornets, and Wizards, they all have 16 back-to-backs, but I always feel like the Nuggets are in the mix for this for some reason, and I don't really know or understand why that is, but they always get the short end of the stick.
It just doesn't make sense to like the trips they go on, and I listened to DNVR about a week ago talking about the schedule a little bit, like them not being able to stay in one city for one night or more than one night.
I'll get to that.
They get to a game. It's crazy. And I feel like it's, as you said, some other teams get this, but I feel like the big name teams that you think of competing for a championship aren't usually on that list.
They're tied with the Hornets, Suns, and Wizards, and the Sixers in this. Like what?
Yeah.
And I mean, they had 16 last year as well. And obviously they were had one of the most last year, if not the most. I'm not sure what that total looked like.
They're always in this mix,
And it's not like a location thing, I don't think.
I just feel like, especially with the Nuggets, maybe I don't know who's making the schedules or whatnot, but
it's probably really complicated.
Seeing how they seeing how much they struggled in the playoffs with injuries and stuff, I feel like they got to give the guys some grace.
Yeah,
give them a break.
They always joke, or DNVR always jokes that they forget the Nuggets last, so they do every other team in the league, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we didn't do the Nuggets yet." And like they're just like, "All right, we'll put them here, put them here, put them here." So maybe that's the case. Who knows? It's probably really complicated to schedule stuff, especially with concerts and other stuff going on. NHL schedule, like I'm sure it's actually such a very complicated thing, but Nuggets always get the short end there. Now some NBA Cup schedule games. They have Portland on Halloween, the Warriors on November 7th, the Rockets on November 21st, and the Spurs on November 28th, and then they'll go into the whatever the NBA Cup calls their tournament. But yeah, those are just some other noteworthy games, I guess. Don't really have many thoughts on it.
About the NBA Cup.
I tried, man, the last 2 years.
I tried.
The Nuggets not caring has made me not care.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they cared, I'd be so bought in. I'd be like, let's go. I want this thing. But the last 2 winners being the Lakers and Bucks, which both those teams had no business in the playoffs those couple years. So it hasn't been serious yet. That's for sure.
Will there be a Nugget starred in the NBA Cup promo like Jamal was?
Last year, where they do ago? Like the spy, espionage commercial
around Vegas.
Yeah,
they do market it pretty good.
They do. I've wanted to really like this, but I don't think the players are there yet, and I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be interesting though, like if they keep doing this for however many years, to see if there is any correlation between the team that wins the Emirates Cup and I don't know, the trajectory of. I will say
the Thunder lost to the Bucks in this last year.
So
we were close to having the champion be the same team that won the cup. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens this year. It's definitely going to be an experiment though. So those games don't really matter, whatever. But here's a stretch that Kennedy mentioned that's really tough. From November 11th to December 7th, they have a flight for every single game. That's going to be brutal. Like it's not all back-to-backs, obviously, but there's a couple in there. But they're not going to be staying in the same bed for every single game. Like they're going to be constantly on the move, going home, going here, going there. So that could potentially be a stretch of the season where we see, some bad play. But we would also feel really good if they came out of that pretty unscathed.
They don't have a homestand until the 18th of December.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which we'll get into it later, but their back half of the season is very home heavy.
Yeah. But it's just it's just too much. I don't know. It'll give us things to complain about for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It's just,
yeah.
That's just got to be such a grind. I mean, no matter what sport you play, I always think of baseball. Just the travel's just horrible.
Yeah.
Playing.
These guys got families. They got
Right.
I don't know.
I can't wait to chalk up a loss in that stretch, or almost every loss is it's scheduled loss. Whatever. Screw the NBA.
One less game that we could have gotten to 60 wins this year.
I know.
We lose to Charlotte.
I know.
on the 7th. Of December.
Right. We're just gonna chalk it up as a scheduled loss. But
we're already making excuses for some losses.
Am I dumb, or I'm looking at the schedule right now?
Yeah.
What's going on between the 7th of December and the 18th of December?
That's NBA Cup.
Is that the NBA Cup?
Yep. So whatever who's in the tournament for that or whatever, that's who's going to be playing.
They're going on winter break.
The Nuggets might just
tell you what, though,
screw themselves
11
in the cup
days off
to take the
that's
time off.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, that December 7th, I'm going to that game. Look where that's at.
Hey, tickets
are you actually
$19, Pat?
Did you buy it?
I'll definitely buy some tickets.
Okay.
It says tickets as low as $19, and
you absolutely should.
It's it's at Charlotte, so
we got to get the boots on the ground, man.
Boots on the ground with Pat.
Yeah, I went to a game last year, and they
almost choked it.
Yeah, they almost pissed that game away for no reason. I was stressing out at Charlotte Hornets Arena. I forget the name of it, but
this was a point in the season where that was happening a lot too, to some really bad teams. I remember just being like, we can't relax. We can't.
No.
But maybe that'll change this year, especially with the added depth. But looking ahead, post-Christmas, they have a 7-game road trip. 7? Is it 7? I think it is. Well, they play Orlando, Miami, Toronto, Cleveland, Brooklyn, Philly, and Boston, the Eastern Conference road trip. That's always brutal. That's always a tough stretch right after Christmas.
They're just going all up and down the coast.
Long way home.
So, I mean, hopefully they can win 4 of 3 of those games. We'd feel really pleased with that, but that's always tough. No matter who you're playing.
Brooklyn, Philly, Boston's all pretty close.
Yeah.
In terms of location.
And Jamal might attend a fight or two in New York on that trip.
Probably.
Remember when he did that? I was so mad.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He went to the MMA fight or whatever, and we were like, bro, we play tomorrow.
Remember when he was at dinner before the game?
Oh, that whole scandal that never got public. That's stuff only we know.
Yeah, it stays behind closed doors.
Maybe we'll tell that story someday. But to finish off the schedule, the final 21 games of the year, they play 14 of those at home. So that's good. That's either a chance for them to coast. Hopefully they're up above in the standings really high, or maybe that's a time that they get to make up some games and take advantage of the home court, and hopefully they can be in a favorable spot in the standings.
Yeah.
I feel like some of those teams too towards the end of the season are pretty. I mean, you got Portland, you get Utah twice, Portland twice. I don't know how San Antonio's going to be. They're always a thorn in our side.
There's a crazy stretch where they play the Thunder 4 times from early February on. They play the Spurs 3 times in a month. They play the Jazz 3 times in that same stretch. Weird.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's strange.
It's kind of funny. On the 5th and 6th of March too, we got a national media back-to-back. We got the Lakers at home and then the Knicks at home. So
some narratives.
That'll be quite the stretch. Lakers, Knicks, OKC, Houston, all in like
and
6
as we
days.
know, Jokic will very well be a part of the MVP conversation. So these games are all gonna rile us up. We're all gonna want him to get his 4th MVP and everything. So
And he'll like score like 10, 12, and 12.
maybe remember when Perkins single-handedly stopped Jokic from trying in the championship year because of race.
Jokic is so petty.
That was nuts.
Well, so is the whole thing.
That was some of the
Whenever it's a
worst
race
NBA discourse of all time.
It was rough.
I'm so glad Embiid. I'm not glad that he's injured. I'm glad that he's kind of been out of the picture of the MVP a little bit as of late, just because of that reason. It's so exhausting.
Well, with the Sixers having like 16 back-to-backs, he's going to play like 7 of those games.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I don't know how much he'll be playing the rest of his career at this point.
Yeah.
And then just one more I have noted here: the return of Michael Porter Jr. on January 29th. Brooklyn Nets come to town.
Can we get him on the pod?
I don't know if we want that.
It might be bad for the brand.
We might be looking like we have to go into a certain demographic if we do that.
It'll get us some clicks.
Oh, yeah.
It'll definitely give us some clicks.
But what will it say about us?
Imagine us having Mike read a fake Dude Wipes ad.
Oh, man. That'd be pretty peak. Or do the fall damage report with Updog.
Or I'll have him lead PK's DKs that week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You might need to stay away from those. We'll throw on some Andrew Tate for him too. See how he feels. God. All right, we don't have to go into that. All right,
that was crazy.
Yeah, no, Mike. Props to the person on the Nuggets and the PR team that had him kind of on lock.
For real, dude.
You know what? And he still had crazy stuff when he was with the Nuggets. He still had some crazy quotes, but now it's like to the max, and he won't stop.
Yeah.
So, Mike.
What day was that he's coming back? Is the January 20? Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
What if it was January 6th?
Oh, that would make sense. All right, let's move on.
Sorry.
All right. The Sixers, the January Sixers. All right. Well, we have no ads. We got nothing to promote. We have 50 subscribers, so
we just promoted Mike and all of his podcasts.
So. Yeah, we did. That's on us. Dude Wipes.
How many subscribers?
Like 52 or something like that.
Let's get that to 100.
Get that to 100 tonight. All right. I want to see the subscriber ones. All right.
Subscribed.
Let's go.
If you're listening right now and you're not subscribed,
what are you doing? You made it 27 minutes into the show.
Why are you listening to our pod? Right. If you're not subscribed.
Drop a like. Deep in. Comment. Give us your take. All right. Let's move on to the main portion of the show. We're gonna do some Nuggets Would You Rathers. These should be pretty fun. We got probably 8 or 10 of these or something like that. And we'll get into the first one, boys. Would you rather Jokic averages 30 points per game or averages another triple-double this season? It's a tough one.
Pat, you want it or me?
You go first. I
could take it. I could take it too if you want to.
I think you
got it, Ken.
I'm taking an averaged triple-double.
Okay.
Because obviously that means he's getting a lot of triple doubles.
If he does that means he probably passes Russell Westbrook.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Ooh,
I want to see him get that record this year. So I just think that'd be so cool.
Big
really
narrative
historic.
Thing. Big narrative thing for MVP stuff.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool. And I think him getting an average triple-double means that he'll be doing that. But 30 points a game also means he's probably pumping out a bunch of triple doubles, so we'll see.
True.
It's true.
I'm going to go with the 30 points per game, actually, only because I think that means he would have a chance to maybe win the scoring title. And maybe that's how we could pose this question too. But if we just had a season where Jokic led the league in scoring, we can always point to like, yeah, dude, he could have scored 35 a night if he wanted to. Like, he was that bad of a dude. He was, he could score anytime he wanted to. So I feel like him scoring 30 points per game puts him in that conversation. There's going to be some other guys that are going to be up there, Giannis and Shea. I don't know if that means he wins the scoring title, but saying that he averaged 30 points per game in a season would be pretty cool too. But it's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose the 30 points per game just because we know that he's gonna get close to averaging a triple double.
He might do both.
He very well
He
could.
might
There is
do
a
both.
world. At the same, I don't know. It'll be also interesting to see what the bench dynamic, like the deeper bench dynamic, will
Right.
look like if we have like a backup center that can actually
Yeah.
be a backup center this
Right.
year.
Spot
Maybe give him a
Jokic
little bit
15
more
minutes.
rest. So
Yeah.
Dig that.
yeah, so we'll see what that looks like. But I'll take the 30 points per game.
Honestly, Jokic's numbers might be deflated this year because he plays like 5 minutes less a night, which would be good for us in the playoffs. So we would all
That's what
rather
I've-
that happens.
yeah.
But it would suck if those numbers took a little bit of a dip. But at the same time, if he's getting rest, we'd feel good about it.
You want me to take the next one?
Yeah, we'll take turns.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather Jamal Murray get his first All-Star appearance or Jokic win his 4th MVP? That is a tough one.
There's
That's
like a team angle to this that makes it interesting
Yes.
to me. Because if Jamal gets that All-Star appearance, to me that probably means the Nuggets are just cooking.
Like, life is so good.
Like they're just
Mhm.
cooking. We've seen Jokic win 3 MVPs in struggled kind of seasons for the Nuggets where we're kind of frustrated
Yeah.
about some things, but all we have is Jokic. So my answer I think I'm going to take that Jamal first All-Star appearance. Because to me that means the Nuggets are really just cooking.
I love that take, and that's a great reasoning for it.
Oh, but
I'm gonna. Then again, what?
Well, just Jokic winning a 4th MVP.
I
For
know.
like
That's
legacy
He's like
wise,
one of 5 players
Yeah,
to ever do that,
yeah.
right? Isn't it Kareem, MJ.
Jordan, Bill Russell.
Kareem, Bill Russell? Is it Kareem?
Kareem has 6, Jordan has 5, Russell has 5, and
LeBron has 4,
LeBron has
right?
4. Wilt has 4. I think he'd be the 6th.
Damn.
yeah. Just for
Mm.
legacy talk, I'm taking the 4th MVP. I don't know. Just push that narrative that Jokic,
A GOAT.
not only one of the greatest players of all time, but get him in that top 3, top 4, top 5 list of greatest
Top
players of
five,
all
top
time.
Yeah.
I mean, we
And
all
the
know
thing
it,
is,
but
this could be number 6 in a row.
Yeah.
it
Well,
could've- yeah.
I was going to say there's some in support of the Jamal argument of this. We could also look at Jokic's like 5 or 6 year run where he was winner, second, winner, second. Like, like he'll just always be top 2.
Yeah.
Like he's guaranteed top 2 this year, I bet. So it's like
Yeah.
people will know and understand what he was for the 2020s. They're going to be like, holy shit, this guy was either the winner or the runner up every single year. And we know he could have won all of them. But then again, just having the 4th is so tempting to say. That's a tough one. I'll stick with it though. I'll stick with Jamal.
I think I'm taking the MVP.
Fair. I really wanted to lean
For
that way,
legacy.
but I kind of thought about it in a Nuggets sense.
I really like your take.
Yeah.
I really like your take on the Jamal piece, though, for sure.
For sure.
Pat, what do we got next?
Pat, what's next? Yep.
All right. Would you rather win 60 plus games and be the 2 seed, or win 56 games and be the 1 seed?
This one's
So 6
really
games.
tough, man, because that franchise record would be really fun to have in the Jokic era, winning 60 games, winning over 57. But then again, if you're the 1 seed, home court the whole time, we know what it shaped out to look like against OKC. They didn't look as good in Denver. It's a tough one.
I got my answer. I think I'm going to take 56 games and be the 1 seed, just because it gives you that much more of an advantage in the playoffs.
That's the logical
We know
answer.
how hard it is for opposing teams to come to Denver, deal with the altitude, deal with the fans at Ball Arena, and we know how good the Nuggets are at home. Anthony Edwards even said, like, I
Playing
played
in
in
Denver,
Denver.
yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
he
you play
asked
anywhere.
about, how is it to play in LA versus, was it the Lakers?
Yeah, I think so.
He said, it's easy. I've played in Denver.
Or maybe it was the Wall in the Clippers, but
Yeah, one of the
I
two.
forget what it was. I don't know here. I feel like I'm being like a little overthinking it. So I'm like, would they really be able to be the 1 seed with 56 wins?
Well, just imagine this is a
Probably.
world where
I'm just
yeah,
breaking everything apart.
right. The Thunder
I'm being
struggle this
devil's
year,
advocate.
and they're like a game or two below.
I'm assuming like getting the 1 seed means that maybe cruising to that 1 seed at 56 wins means like the guys have some rest going into the playoffs.
I think so.
And I think I'd rather them be feeling good, healthy, like kind of cruising into that like they did the year that they won it all, versus like grinding it out just to get 60 wins. I don't know. Obviously, you can kind of go either way, but I think I'd rather have that 1 seed, as Pat's saying.
The logical answer is the 1 seed. The emotional one
Yeah.
is wanting that 60 because it sounds so
How about
pretty.
both?
Yeah, how about both? That'd be great.
Can we have both to all of these? Would you rather?
I know. Let's just combine
I don't
them
think
all.
that's how it works.
There is a
I don't think that's how it
world
works.
I'll
at least
take
for these first three.
Yeah, I'll take the first one as well, or being the first seed. Even though, man, that 60 games in franchise record would be nice. But
Yeah,
let's move on to the next one. I had this one. Christian Brown takes a meaningful leap, or Peyton Watson does. What would you rather have happen?
I think P-Watt, just because I think a meaningful leap for him is going to mean a lot more than CB.
For the
like
team.
If P-Watt all of a sudden can like score like consistently off the bench, I think the offense is the piece for him that like that's where the leap will be. We saw a huge leap from CB last year, and if he can maintain that and be a solid defender, like I feel like CB's leap is going to be more defensively and maybe shooting the three, but I think a leap for P-Watt would be a lot bigger and a lot more meaningful for the Nuggets.
I like that answer. I think I'm going to go with P-Watt as well, just because I think that means the Nuggets are in a really, really good spot with their depth, and that, especially defensively, how much we're going to need P-Watt if he can take another step even as a defender. But if he's a more reliable shooter, if he was like, if we had like Jaden McDaniels coming off the bench, like the Timberwolves have, like that's essentially his comp with like his height and length, then that would be pretty damn special. And that makes us a little bit more versatile. Now, a Christian Brown jump though, if he becomes like a legit threat from three, and you're just like
an
you
all-star
can't,
caliber player,
right. That's kind of what we're talking here. And because in the playoffs, the other shoe dropped a little bit. He wasn't a great shooter. Teams left him open. He was kind of the guy to pick on. If you can't leave him open, that does wonders for the rest of the team too. But I'll still take P-Watt.
Yeah, I'm taking P-Watt, although your last argument about Christian Brown's almost making me rethink it.
It's tough. It's tough.
I don't know. Just because like you said, I feel like Christian Brown's already made a big leap last year of becoming that one of the main guys. But P-Watt, if we know what he can do defensively, and he's been, just from video you can see he's been shooting it well, and if he can just be one additional threat that the opposing team has to face, I think we're in good hands.
I think CB making that jump would kind of bring back those 2023 vibes of like that starting five was just untouchable.
Yeah.
And I think that means he's a great defender
with no Mike,
too.
But
yeah,
because that's what KCP was. Like he was. Yeah. I mean, they were always saying like all defense, right?
That's
kind of what the Nuggets were, first team.
Mm-hmm.
And if that could be CB and similar output from the offensive side, I miss that KCP just like curl mid-range jumper, dude. That was cash.
They always ran it like
CB could
twice a game.
Oh man, yep. And you just knew it was going in.
I miss
little pin down action for him.
I miss Pope.
And the amount of offensive screening fouls he would foul.
Yeah.
Or he'd bait.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well,
foul baiting.
That's a tough one, but let's move on.
It is. Yeah, we our next one here. Would you rather have Nuggets be the best offense in the league, but 15th in defense, so kind of middle of the pack in defense, or the fifth best offense in the league?
You're good, bro.
And the 7th best defense, so top 10 in both defense and offense, or number 1 in offense and middle of the pack defense?
Oh man. This is a tough one.
I think I'm going to take best offense, but middle of the pack defense. Just because, I mean, what was our defensive rating last year?
20.
I think we were like
22nd.
around the 20s.
And we were almost able to
I like where you're going with this, Pat.
OKC. Yeah, we were almost able to beat OKC with the, that somewhere in the 20s.
Well, they
defense.
sat up. They sit up in their chair when it comes to the playoffs, and they lock it in.
I'm a lock in.
They do.
Yeah.
So I kind of like where you're going with this, Pat. I think I'm also leaning towards number one offense and middle of the pack defense, because I think that they can just hit that next level in the playoffs. But it feels like the Jokic era should have a Nuggets offense be number one at some point. And that would just mean like we had such fun games to watch this year. If they were the number one offense, we would just be having a great time every single night. The ball popping,
100%.
Everybody's hitting threes. Jokic is getting crazy stat lines. So I'm going to take the number one offense, 15th defense.
I like that a lot too. Especially, I don't know. Like you said, like if you know how the defense always rises in the playoffs, like
that's
if we're at 15 and we rise to maybe like the 9th or 10th, like that'll play.
That'll play. I'm done. I'm never going to doubt the Nuggets' ability to kind of flip that switch on defense again. And that's what they did in the championship year too. And I think they have better equipped players to be better defensively this year too. Like a Cam Johnson, a Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Lee, Peyton Watson. But Ken's doing something. But Pat, do you want to go to the next
headphones
one?
Died.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. We'll get Bear's take
on the last one.
That previous one.
Sure.
Would you rather the Nuggets repeat as champions in the 26 and 27 seasons, or win 3 titles over?
We're back.
Oh, he's back.
Ken's back.
Ken, you want to answer that one real quick?
I am taking number one offense and 15th.
That's what we did.
That's what we took as well.
Yeah. I think that's the best answer there.
How fun would that be?
Yeah, and just an insane offense would be so fun to watch. The ball
so much fun
all the time.
So much fun.
All right, Pat, where we at? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
Would you rather the Nuggets repeat as champions in the 26 and 27 seasons, or win 3 titles over the next 8 years?
This is like
8 years would be 20 or 33.
So this would mean the Nuggets. Yeah. So this would mean the Nuggets get 4 in total since 2023, but we could just have the back-to-back and have 3.
So that'd be like 4 in 10 years versus 3 in 10 years, basically. If you're like,
yeah, I guess that's all it is, isn't it? This one's kind
of. But like back-to-back vibes would be.
Well, that's kind of the thought. It's like, holy
immaculate.
crap! Like you were the first back-to-back champion of the 2020 decade, and the first one since the Golden State Warriors did in the late 2010s.
I'm taking 3 and 8. I'm taking 4 in the 4 championships in 10.
Yeah, that's what matters. The long picture matters.
If Jokic is like that dude for those 3 championships, which he definitely would be if we're going to win a championship, he walks in 4 rings, possibly 3 plus MVPs,
right. 4 Finals MVPs, probably
scoring title.
Yeah.
That's the right
puts
answer.
Him in the GOAT conversation.
The next one's fun.
Yeah. What is the next one? Let's see.
Well, not fun, but kind of funny to think about. Would you rather the Lakers win the title this year?
Yeah,
or the Thunder?
I threw some of these in just because like these are non-Nuggets related, but it also kind of pulls on some of our heartstrings here a little bit for our hatred for maybe a couple franchises here. So what would you rather? The Lakers win it this year or the Thunder?
Thunder. I'm taking the Thunder. Yeah, I can't stand the Lakers. And the amount of media just glazing of the Lakers would drive me crazy.
Pat and I are LeBron guys.
This is where I'm kind of leaning.
I love LeBron.
I know.
And all of that, but
I get it.
I could see the appeal of like the Last Dance sort of thing.
But here's where I was going to defer away from the Lakers. Is this would mean Luka gets his ring, and now he's got the same as Jokic.
That was kind of my piece too.
And it's like, and I like Luka. He's probably my second or third favorite player in the league. But he's on the Lakers now, and that sucks. And when LeBron's gone, I'm going to be like, I only ever gave any love to the Lakers just because LeBron was there.
Yeah.
But the Thunder winning 2 in a row and Shea being that guy, that's also tough.
That is tough.
The Thunder being,
and and they just still have a bunch of
so
picks
many years
in the next
after
draft.
that. Yeah.
It's just
So
doomed.
it's intimidating if the Thunder do win two
All
in a
right.
row.
This might be sacrilegious. I'll
I'm
probably
gonna take
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna take the
Lakers.
Lakers there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be sacrilegious, but I don't want the Thunder to have this edge over the Nuggets. Like I kind of want that to be delayed if possible. But we'll switch it up now. It's Lakers or Timberwolves. Probably the Timberwolves, huh?
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Ant.
Or
I do like Ant.
I would love that for Minnesota too, just like a smaller market.
it would still sting a little for sure because Minnesota kind of irks me and they get at me a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's
Have the Wolves ever won a championship?
no.
It'd be kind of cool.
It'd be pretty
history
cool for them.
too.
All right, now let's do. How about Timberwolves or Thunder? This one's probably easy too.
Wolves.
Yeah,
Wolves.
maybe those were easier than I thought. Okay. There's a Celtics one in here. Well, but they're not going to win it this year. Never mind. I was trying to think of another team we could throw into this mix that we could debate about, but it's not coming to mind. So we'll just move on to the next one.
I did have one that I kind of made up.
What you got?
Kind of a funny one. Would you rather have Jokic's passing vision or have Aaron Gordon's athleticism?
Just saw that. Okay. Like peak AG? Like
Yeah.
dunk contest AG?
Oh my god, my hamstring's cramping.
You take a breather. We're 45 minutes in. Ken's getting the hamstring cramp.
That's not real.
YouTube listener or Spotify, Apple listeners, if you're here, go check out the YouTube. He's feeling it right now. All right.
After 2 days of teaching, being back in the classroom,
it's wearing on him.
He's done.
Give me.
I'm done for, man. Jeez. All right, we're good. Sorry.
You're good.
On the note of me cramping
I
up
know,
and
right?
feeling like an old man, I'm taking AG's
And the hammy. AG hammy injury too was in
True.
Game 7. That was a big blow.
Maybe we're more alike than I realized.
You and AG, I've always thought you guys look similar too. I'll take the AG athleticism. I love Yoke. That vision is crazy. It'd be so fun to just be like whoop whoop whoop, octopus arms and all. But imagine being able to like jump out the gym like a prime AG did. That'd be pretty fun. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have like this reoccurring dream where, and it's usually when I start playing basketball a lot, where I can just jump and dunk,
throw them down
like crazy. Like I'm just, I can like essentially float.
Yeah.
It's like a lucid dream where I can just, boom, like elbows above the rim. Just, it's so fun. And then I wake up, I'm like, man.
You have those dreams. I feel like I used to always have dreams that I just like lost absolutely every ounce of athleticism that I had in my body and just like couldn't dribble a basketball or like catch a baseball or do anything. And I'm just like paralyzed in my.
Those are worst.
Do you guys get do you get baseball dreams?
Yeah.
Like your playing days?
I always forget my cleats.
Oh, I feel like that's a common one for athletes. I've never had
my cup.
Oh, like kind of like some anxiety like dreams where you're like, oh shit, like I forgot my jersey or like I'm missing weights or something. Yep. Yeah.
I always get the like I'm running late and I like can't find my bag in my car or like in my locker or whatever.
Matt tells me
a couple nights ago.
Sometimes he shoots up out of bed and is like thinking he's got weights or something. Like it happens to him occasionally.
Oh my god!
Wakes up in the cold sweats.
Yeah, like 4 and 5 in the morning, and then his girlfriend's like, "What, Matt? What's wrong?"
I had a dream the other night that I was late to my own wedding and I couldn't find my tux.
Oh no!
I bet you were tripping. I bet the anxiety was high.
I was freaking out.
Me, Cam, Evan, and Andy are just waiting for you.
By the way, the pod section of all this is over. We did all of our would you rather's. Now we're just kind of BSing now.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Speaking of Kennedy being back in the classroom, shout out Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips.
One recurring dream I always have is like I'm in school, whether it be high school or I think it's more college that I have this. And I'm basically skipping one of these classes that I like all semester. One of my classes I just Can't stand it. So I skip it all semester. Then it's like finals week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to make up for all these late assignments. Like, what can I do? And then I'm always so relieved to wake up.
You're like, oh, thank God.
That's the best when you wake up and you're just like, oh, this isn't reality.
Yeah.
And on the inverse, when you're having a great dream, it's like, and you want that to be the reality, whatever it is.
You don't want to wake up.
You're like, no, it was fake.
That's my dunking dream, bro.
Yeah, you said it. I don't get that many baseball dreams though. I don't think I'm like there yet. I get a couple, but not as many.
You're not washed enough yet.
I'm not washed yet. I'm not a washed king yet. Only on this pod.
Prime king.
All right, gentlemen, that was fun. If you stuck around this long, we appreciate y'all. And if you would like, drop a like, subscribe.
Please.
Be big.
Please.
Be big. If you made it 50 minutes into this, you're into this stuff. So come on. It'd be a great pleasure if you guys joined the team here, commented, subscribed, liked, followed us on all of our socials. We appreciate y'all checking us out everywhere. And good off season. We'll keep it going, boys.
Sounds good.
Everybody have a good
Thanks
night now.
for joining. Good to see you,
Yes, sir.
fellas.
Hit that outro music, Pat.
Goodbye.
Bye.